Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Mythgard in Middle-earth. I am Corey Olsen, the Tolkien Professor. Good to see you again here today, as always, as we return to the mystery of Sara Oakheart, which we just unraveled last week. The mystery of we had the reveal of Sara Oakheart, who turns out to have been only a kind of gullible and well-intentioned human guardian of Narmaleth, the daughter of Lyrdan. We still don't know the whole story there, why exactly he was concealing her there. And he was saying he was concealing her from Elrond, right? Like that he was afraid they were going to do something to her. We need to get to the bottom of that, so we're here to talk to Elrond today. So, hi, Gryfflet. I am joined, as always, by my friend Gryfflet. Good to see you, Gryfflet. What? Oh, it's Roharan. Oh, I see. You came already to Rivendell, you clever boy. All right, so you're here. So I left you with Candleth down in the South Trollshaws, but you had to head to Rivendell to bring the diary to Elrond, so you came ahead anyway. That's good. Hey, wait. Yeah, you should dress for the occasion here, Gryfflet. There you go, and your nice fancier no country hick you. So off you go to see Elrond, and we're once again manipulating our way through Rivendell, which is a little bit risky at pretty much any time with Gryfflet, of course, as you know. Gryfflet, let's see if you can manage not to get your nice new clothes wet today. See if we can have a dry shod route all the way over. As we would try to navigate the Rivendell lag and make our customary zigzaggy way across Rivendell. Boy, Gryfflet, did Wiggin tell you about what a hard time he had? Yeah, boy, I was broadcasting. So on Tuesday evening, we had our Mythgard Adventures, which we do on alternate Tuesday nights. So Wiggin was together with all the gang on Tuesday, and we spent the entire time in Rivendell because it was bingo night for Wiggin, so he was doing the bingo boffin quest, and we were in the the Rivendell scavenger hunt quest. We were going all around Rivendell, which was cool because I discovered areas of Rivendell I'd never been to at all, so that was kind of fun. Not to mention, of course, we were all enjoying the brand new scenery here in Rivendell with all the beautiful lavender flowers that Gryfflet is just running past right here. So of course, because it was the day of the big update that we were having Mythgard Adventures. Anyway, but the lag was so terrible that poor Wiggin was just greatly challenged. He did not, in fact, fall off any bridges because I was extremely cautious, but I think he did manage to walk into pretty much every tree and lamppost. So all of the new trees in Rivendell, Wiggin pretty much explored with his face on Tuesday, which was great. Anyway, so you're doing great compared to that. Lag seems to be a little bit better here today, Gryfflet, so that's good. Anyway, so we are off to see Elrond to report to him about this diary and see if we can fill out this story anymore. Of course, we remember, though it's been several weeks now, we remember that you can make it this bridge, which is your nemesis. All right, I think we got it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Odds now of making it to Elrond dry are much, much better. Okay, so remember, Lyrdan got captured by Amarthael, right? We kind of ran off with the Palantir, leaving Lyrdan in the clutches of Amarthael at the end of chapter 12, which was kind of sad. But or was that chapter 11? I think, yeah, last time was chapter 12. Chapter 13. Book 10 is what I mean. Book 10. This is book 11 that we're coming to the end of. So that must have been book 10. Yes, that was book 10 in which we left Lyrdan in Amarthael's clutches. And of course, not realizing, and this is really quite lovely storytelling, I think, the irony of that, right? So we abandoned Lyrdan in the captivity of Amarthael, and then of course came to discover how Amarthael had in fact been in the captivity of Lyrdan before. So just kind of a turnabout issue, really, as Amarthael was revealed to be Narmaleth, his daughter. So, okay, Elrond. Yeah, dark days are coming. Yeah, that's it. Elrond, who has so many visitors here in Rivendell, I love how he greets them with "dark days are coming." It's so true. Okay, Yeah, it was a sorrowful tale, I admit. The fall of Narmaleth is a sad tale known by few, and then only in part. Of her imprisonment by Lyrdan following the Battle of Fornost, I knew nothing. Okay, so she was captured. We knew that Amarthio had disappeared after the Battle of Fornost, but we didn't know what happened to her, right? So it turns out she was captured by Lyrdan, her dad, and he imprisoned her. Okay, it grieves me that Lyrdan believed I would not suffer Narmaleth to live. That does seem to be Elrond what he was afraid of, that you were going to execute her. The slaying of a captive is not the way of the Eldar, and she would have been safe in my house, though she remain Amarthiel. Yeah, you'd kind of think that Lyrdan would have known that, right? Which suggests, of course, that his issue with Elrond was... that like what he was sort of projecting onto Elrond was not really Elrond but himself, right? That it was a combination of perhaps his own was he kind of projecting his own anger against his daughter onto Elrond, right? Like, he's gonna kill her, meaning like, I kind of want to kill her, like I want to punish her for what she did. But also, at the same time, clearly some much guilt, right? Sense of responsibility that if he had not failed as a father, she wouldn't have done. I mean, because that's like a pretty serious, like your kid turns out to be the champion of Angmar. That's embarrassing, right? And I mean, it kind of, it's hard to see that as being in no way an indictment on your own parenting, right? I mean, it's understandable to feel that way. So again, that sort of desire to stand against, stand for her against that. So the way that he kind of split himself there, it does create, Elrond, as you point out, a really fascinating kind of psychological situation with Lyrdan, right? Which we can kind of piece together after the fact through all this. I think the way they kind of reveal all this and lead us to these conclusions, especially since Lyrdan looked like kind of a git 2 chapters ago, with Mordredbor and everything. So interesting to see that there are unanticipated depths to Lyrdan's character here. I believe we can guess at the sad fate of Sara Oakheart. Yes, never thought at the time that I would be mourning Sara Oakheart, but yeah, she must have died horribly by Amarthiel, who deceived her and then betrayed her and presumably killed her and then burned down her house, or maybe burned her alive in her house. I don't know, but anyway, I do not doubt she treated the daughter of Lyrdan kindly, right? But her payment was doom. And more than that, Amarthiel learned the dark arts from a cruel master, and it seems she took the visage of her jailer for her own, an unhappy fate. Yeah, that is interesting, right? That she went around as Sara Oakheart. I asked this, I mentioned this last week, that I thought it was strange that she would pose as Sara Oakheart down the road. And a couple of people were responding to that in one sense. And of course, I see what you mean, and I can understand what you are saying. Sorry, I'm looking around. So I'm looking for my phone, in which I normally receive my lore questions and stuff. But I seem to have left my phone. So I don't have my phone. Oh no. I'll have to figure out some other mechanism here. Anyhow. Right. Never mind. Point is, I know that some people were suggesting things like, well, like, it's a pretty good disguise, right? Being like an apparently harmless, short, squat, old human woman. But at the same time, that's not my point. Like, yes, of course, that makes it a good disguise. But she could have been any unoffensive, short, squat human woman, right? She didn't have to be Sara Oakheart and take the face and name of Sara Oakheart, right, in order to do that. If she wanted to disguise herself, there are doubtless lots of innocuous and highly deceptive ways she could have concealed herself. The fact that she kind of took on the identity of Sara Oakheart, even though nobody but herself would get that, right? It's not like she's disguising herself as a famous person, right? I am passing myself off as the legendary Sara Oakheart. Nobody would even know who Sara Oakheart was but her. I mean, Sara Oakheart had herself like a secret identity, right? She was hired for a secret confidential position, hidden even from the other elves. So that makes the her concealment as Sara Oakheart something which is almost a private joke with herself, unless it's a private joke with her dad, right? Because Lyrdan obviously would be the only. So is that like a message for dad? Is she rubbing it in his face by disguising herself as Sara Oakheart? That seems a little bit more likely, right? So sort of taking private pleasure in the vengeance over her former keeper, and also kind of spitting in Dad's eye at the same time as doing that. That's so again, we're getting a little bit more of the psychological complexity of Amarthiel's character as well. Not only, in at the same time as we're learning her background. That's really cool. Anyway, Elrond, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you all over the place, which is super rude. I am certain of one more thing, Gryfflet. Angmar has not yet recovered Narchuil. Really? The ways of the enemy are the ways of deceit. Do not give in to despair. Oh, you mean like because Morgenbor came in and is like, neener, we have Narchuil? Yeah, I wasn't really, I've not been believing Morgenbor at any point. Everyone keeps being like, don't listen to him. And I'm like, no worries, I wasn't gonna. But okay, right, I agree. Well, let's not despair. If Narchuil had been found, Amarthiel would have recalled her minions, and she's not done so. Good point. If she's still searching, that does suggest she's not found it, right? She may have learned some new information concerning its whereabouts, but her servants have yet to find it. Of this I am sure. We must remain vigilant against them, as always, and continue our search. Okay. Ooh, necklace, huh? Is that... ooh, an armor bonus? Vitality and will? Okay. I got the agility going on. Ooh, but it gives instant morale? Oh... sold. Totally sold, Elrond. I'm totally equipping that puppy. Hang on. I'm gonna. Oh yeah, Gryfflet, your actual costume there looks fantastic. Okay, so we'll put that there, so we'll be all set. Okay, sorry. Great, Elrond. What's next?
Hope is not in vain.
No, hope is not in vain, Elrond. I totally agree. Though I believe that Angmar has not yet recovered Narchuil, soon they will learn somewhat of its keeping, if not from their long search, but from Lyrdan himself. Right, because they have Lyrdan, they're probably going to torture him. The tortures devised by the enemy can mar the mind as well as the body, and Lyrdan holds great knowledge. I would lay this task upon you, Gryfflet. Okay, what? Return to Cowanglad. Oh, great. That guy in Evendim, and seek Lyrdan. I agree. Let's go seek Lyrdan. Yeah, it may be that his time in Middle-earth has already been brought to an untimely end, but I have my doubts against it, for Lyrdan is strong and willful and will not easily betray his purpose by force. Do you think he's going to hold out against torture for a long time? Oh boy, we're racing against the clock here. Poor Lyrdan. Go quickly to Cowanglad and Evendim and find any tidings that you may have Lyrdan, be they good or ill. Okay. So Elrond, what do you think of the odds that when I go to Cowanglad, he's going to be like, okay, I think this means that we should do a frontal assault on the Angmarim who are holding Annuminus. Right? Because that's the best way to recover Lyrdan. I think that we should, and incidentally, kind of like by accident, achieve the military goals of the Dunedain here in Annuminus. But then again, here I might be doing poor Cowanglad wrong, because he did... I love the extra work here. That's new, right? Wiggin was looking at this the other night. This new detail work here in Rivendell is new. These gold bits. I think that's new. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So Cowanglad was repentant, right? He was expressing sorrow for like his whole kind of misguided military campaign before. So I shouldn't be unjust to poor Cowanglad there. All right, let's find our laggy way back to the. Come on, you can do it. Find our laggy way back to the stables. Okay, Gryfflet, here we are. You'll notice I'm not even mounting Gryfflet. Just not going to do it. Going to ride that horse right into the river. Oh, right across your least favorite bridge, Gryfflet. And down we go. While I go, since I don't have access to my stock of backup lore questions, nor any way of knowing if any of you are I'll try to keep the chat open over here. But I'm not very good at looking at that at the same time as I'm doing this. I do look at, of course, windows like this all the time, where I'm lost in the bushes, the new bushes. I have to, anyway, made it a little harder for Hobbit navigation. Anyway, so I do in of course when I'm teaching my Mythgard and my Signum classes, I do look at the chat box all the time and I'm responding to people there. But it's harder for two reasons when I'm doing these streams. One, because of course I'm not actually like trying to interact with the visual game when I'm doing those classes normally, and trying to do the game controls takes enough of my attention at the best of times. But the second reason, of course, is that you guys are all chatting with each other, so there's a lot more to follow. It's not just a list of comments and questions that you guys are making to me, but a whole lot of discussions you guys are having among yourselves, among which I need to sort of sort out what is for me and what is not for me. So that's what makes it harder. Anyway, so I'll do my best here today without my normal prop that I conventionally have to make that easier. Anyhow, so, okay, I was going to do an announcement, which is, okay, so first of all, did I announce this before? I can't remember if I announced this before, but in case I didn't, I am now scheduled to go visit the Turbine offices. We have set a date. Chris Pearson and Mike Drought and I are going to get together for our third, I think, podcast session, and we're going to get together and do a Q&A and discuss some of the Gondorn stuff that has come up. Yeah, let's see. Could you just take me to Esteltine? That'd be great. Thank you. So the 20th. So July 20th is the date that we're planning to go and do that. That'll be broadcast live, and it'll be posted to YouTube afterwards. So I hope that you will be able to join us, and I'm happy to collect any questions. If you post, mention topics that you would like to hear Chris Pearson, the Turbine Lore Master, and Professor Mike Drought and I talking about when we're down there at Turbine in a couple weeks. I'll try to keep a list of those things so that I can do that. Hey there, Mr. Stablemaster. I need to go to Tinnatir. Here we are. Thanks very much. So that's one thing, just to make sure that you kind of earmark that date. The second thing, there was a second thing. I know I had another announcement. I did want to announce we have a new Mythgard Academy class going on. So for those of you who don't know, the Mythgard Academy is this series of free discussions that I run. And it's done. It's part of the Mythgard Institute, which is affiliated with, is sort of the under the aegis of Signum University, of which I'm the president. And Mythgard is the Mythgard Academy is a series of classes on books, series of close readings of book. It's like a big old really cool online book club, and the books that we do are chosen. We have this our electorate, which chooses the books, and those are our donors, those who are supporting this program and enabling us to do this free program. We have this free program where everybody can get free downloads of all the stuff, but it's not actually free to do. It costs quite a bit of money to do. So we have many very generous donors who make that possible. As not to mention my time here for this stream. Anyway, so they get to choose which books we do, so they elect these all the time. And the book that we are doing now is Tolkien's The Lost Road and Other Writings. So if you are curious about how the Númenóreans, here we are in Arnor and talking to the Dunedain and about to go into the ruins of Annúminas, if you're wondering where Númenor came from, like how did Númenor arise in Tolkien's mind, and how did it get? So we were just looking. This past Wednesday was the first week of it, and we were discussing chapter 1 and 2 of The Lost Road, and just the very first time that the Númenor story comes in, and how Tolkien kind of inserts it as like a sequel, really an unanticipated sequel to the First Age story, the story of the elves of the Elder Days. Anyway, so I'm pretty excited about that class. We're going to go for 9 weeks. We do one class a week on Wednesday evenings at 9:30 is the live session. They're also posted to the Signum University YouTube channel after that, and also in iTunes U. You can find the Lost Road class in iTunes U as well, and get all the audio and video and text stuff for the materials that too. So. Okay, so we are. That's another thing that's happening. As it just started this past week, we'll be going on every Wednesday. So I encourage you to come and join us for that. It's a lot of fun. Meanwhile, Calenglad.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, okay. It's well that I've returned. Good. Yeah. All right. Word has come before me. All right. An elf messenger out of the house of Elrond bore tidings that you have come to seek the fate of Lyrdan. Oh, wow. Elrond really doesn't let the grass grow under his feet. So he sent me here, and the elf messenger beat me here? Considering I made it here in like less than 5 minutes, that's pretty impressive, Kellenglad. The enemy has not been idle in your absence. A great host has removed to Angmar, or so their trail led that way, for we did not follow them long, believing it to be some trickery or ill deed. Of the fate of Lyrdan, I have heard no word. My scouts have reported that a number of Amarthiel's servants have been making furtive movements around Annúminas. So they were always moving around Annúminas, but they're doing so extra furtively? Now, is it the increased furtiveness of their movements that really tipped you off, Kellenglad? Okay, maybe it is that one of them holds a clue to what we seek. It's true. When people are being furtive, it's usually because, like, they hold clues to things that they're not telling us about. So that makes a lot of sense. Go and defeat the Angmarim that still plague the city of Annúminas. One of them must know something of Lyrdan. See, Kellenglad, how did I know? Go fight the Angmarim and drive them out of it. And discover whether they know anything about Lyrdan. You are so predictable, Kellenglad. Fine, I will go slay a whole bunch of Angmarim and search their bodies. That's exactly what I will do, Kellenglad. Oh, Kellenglad. All right. Nat Collop, one of my favorite stable masters.
Greetings.
Game face. Let's go. Oh, that's right. You'll take me directly to Annúminas now, Nat. That is so thoughtful. I really appreciate it. That is awesome. Okay. All right. Good. Here I am. Look at me faithfully glancing over at the... oh, yeah. Matt Mistar says I should bring you news from Turbine. Okay. True fact. If you go visit Turbine, you know what the first thing is that happens, right? There's this front desk. You go into the door, and there's this sitting area, right, with a big desk in the front, and it's awesome because on the wall is the gate, the west gate of Moria, right? You know, with it's really cool. That's like over the doors that you go into, like where Turbine is. It's really pretty cool. But before they let you in, you know, like the sort of the Turbine equivalent of, you know, a speaking friend and entering is signing the form that promises that I won't tell anybody about anything that I see or hear while I'm back there, signing the non-disclosure agreement. So I always have to sign that when I go to Turbine, so I can't really spill too much about what's coming. Because they do sometimes show me some cool stuff. Like when I was there the last time, it was over a year ago now, but Chris Pearson showed me some mock-ups of Minas Tirith that they were working on. He showed me the shot of Minas Tirith from the distance, so you could see the black walls and the white city. It was really, really cool. So I do sometimes get shown a few things like that, and I'm strictly enjoined not to tell anybody about them. So I don't know how much I'll be able to tell you after going down there, but anyway. Hey, look, somebody just summoned Orkalwe. That's great. I love Orkalwe. What am I doing? Oh, right. Hunting Angmarim down and killing them and searching their bodies for Kellenglad's sake. Right. Okay. I think I'll just go to these guys over here. Easy to find Angmarim off in this direction. Hey, guys. How's it going? I'm just gonna stealth myself. Boom. Notice how I did that? Keyboard commands with my left hand over here, right? I'm totally suave with that, because I wouldn't just click on the buttons with my mouse. That is so jejune. I'm still really bad at doing this without that. Hey, okay, how about this? Bam. Hey, I said, oh, sorry. Here, I'm in the wrong window. Hey. Bam. All right. It is time to darken my sword. Oh, wow. How unexpectedly, metaphorical. I don't think yours was the superior blade, to be perfectly honest with you. No, do these guys even count? Could you stand still so I can see if you count? Darn it. How about you? Yeah. Okay, you do count. Great. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Here we go. Sneaking in again. Boom. Oh, critical on the first hit. Boy, Mr. Angmarim, that's really when you know that this battle is not going your way. Hey, Mr. Angmar, Captain. You thought you had me there. I can't see. There's lots of bushes. Woohoo. This will be no easy defeat. Oh, is that what you're telling yourself? Haha. Come on, how many of these guys am I going to have to ambush? Oh, that's probably Calanglad's fault again. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on, man. We're sneaking. Let's see. Hang on. Look at me. Not clicking. Did I get... No. Darn it. I seem to have failed to burgle anything. I assume the black badge was what I got off that last dude I killed. Wait, oh, hang on. I see. By search their bodies, it meant look through your loot bag. Got it. Okay. Boy, I could have killed a lot of them before I figured that out. Good thing I decided to burgle that guy. All right. Amarthiel's command. Let's see. Lyrdon has been very useful to us already. Make with all haste to Barad Tiron and receive there further instructions from Ain. All right. Okay. So a random Angmarim had that. This seems a little... Okay. First of all, this seems a little chatty for the kind of order that you would give to your underlings. Lyrdon is very, very useful to us already. What is she just like? She just likes to keep all of her foot soldiers in the loop, right? So meanwhile, I've been torturing my dad, and it's been going splendidly. Just thought you would like to know, right? And then make with all haste to Barad Tiron and receive their furtherance. So everybody, like all the Angmarim, are supposed to head to Barad Tiron and receive further instructions from Ain? Aen? No, it would be Aen, right? Because of the accent there. Sorry about that. Aen. Okay. All right, but that's okay.
What can I do for you?
You can take me back to Calanglad so I can tell him. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, you guys were telling me to check my loot bag. Yeah, well, you know, I always forget to do that. Does this happen to you guys a lot, too, where you'll be going through a new region and then you'll check your loot bag and find that you have 15 different versions of the same quest item, which you then have to go through and delete each one individually, one by one? And am I the only one that this happens to? I always forget to check my loot bag, and I will go back and I'll be like, oh, look at that. Like 25 iron collars I seem to have found. I always hate that. Anyway, okay, Calanglad, there's news. Yeah.
What do you need?
Yeah, orders from the enemy, and they're super friendly.
What do you need?
It seems that there's a chance that Lyrdon yet lives. We knew there was a chance that he yet lived. Elrond was like, boy, that stubborn cuss, they're not going to be able to torture stuff out of him for quite some time. It is well that Lyrdon's life has not been squandered at the treacherous hands of the Angmarim. Squandered is an interesting verb choice there, Calanglad. Like, they could have spent the life of Lyrdon judiciously, but they probably would just squander it, right? Okay. Anyway, but what have they learned from him? Yeah, I wonder too. I fear now the folly of allowing the unhindered passage of the enemy out of our lands. So, I mean, okay, Calngard, it's not that I don't see how that could look like a good idea, right? Look, the enemy is leaving our lands. How about we not impede them? Bye, enemy. Thanks for leaving our lands. I totally get that, Calngard. That makes perfect sense. But yeah, but now you're regretting that, right? Boy, you're full of regrets, Calngard. I'm sorry. I shouldn't make fun of you. I shouldn't really rub in the fact that almost every decision you seem to make turns out to haunt you in the end. But, it's hard not to point these things out sometimes. But for good or ill, that deed has been done, indeed. And now you must make all haste to Barad Tiron with trusted companions, for there lies the last hope of Lyrdon. Once his usefulness to the enemy has been served, his life will be forfeit, unless they have some other evil contrived for him. Okay, yeah, they're probably just going to off him. I agree. Though, does Calngard know? Did the elf messenger Calngard let you in on the whole he's her dad angle, right? Because I'm not sure if she's just going to ditch him. I mean, she might, but she might have. I don't know. Is she going to take greater vengeance against him? I'm kind of thinking that Lyrdon is probably still going to survive some time. Okay. All right, I'll hurry. Most of the Angmarim have removed from that place, and now only a small contingent remains behind to spoil and lay waste, believing in their folly that we will not return. Speak with Forkon when I'm ready to leave. Okay. Why Forkon, I wonder? But okay. Hey, Forkon, are you in charge of the expedition? Oh, yeah, you're the sitting by the fire guy on the ground, as opposed to the sitting on the log by the fire guy, or the playing the flute by the fire guy. These being three of the, super important jobs that the Rangers are doing in order to keep the North secure. I get it. I know. Forkon is the lounging ranger over here. Hey, lounging ranger, are you ready to go? Boy, lounging ranger is not as hard to say. It's not as easy to say as it might seem at first. All right.
Greetings.
I'm totally ready. Yeah, lead you unseen to that place. Okay. Yeah. Let's see if we can do it by me. Let's see if I can do it by myself. If not, I might have to call in.
Found upon the body of one of the Angmarim reveals that the elf Elrond may still be held at Barad Tiron and Anuminos.
Yeah.
But he was captured by Amathrion's minions.
Totally.
It can only be hoped that he yet lives.
Right. Well, again, I feel relatively confident of the still living thing, Gandalf, but I do like the frame narrator that they have on the different volumes of the epic quest line, right? Gandalf is the frame narrator of volume 1 here. Interesting to think. I mean, basically the kind of the context that it seems to give to me is I think of when I think of Gandalf as narrator, especially in the context of what's going on here in volume 1, I think of Frodo waking up in chapter 1 of book 2 of the Fellowship of the Ring, right? And Gandalf kind of filling in the gaps of what happened, while he was out and where Gandalf himself has been and all that kind of stuff, right? Not to mention, of course, Gandalf in the storytelling role that he adopts at the Council of Elrond. So, but that works, right? As that's where Gandalf is right now in Rivendell with Frodo. So we're still kind of vaguely in the many meetings Council of Elrond area of the book. So that seems to make it to me kind of extra fitting that Gandalf is the frame narrator here. Okay. All right, Forkon, let's try this. Oh, the enemy may be close, huh? You'll hold the gate. All right. Boy, at least Calanglo had brought like 2 other guys before, but oh wow, boy, you are stealthy. Look at that. That was pretty good. I'm pretty stealthy too, though. So I'm gonna sneak. Let's see. And delightfully, I don't have to like kill a certain allotment of people. I just need to find somebody, and I can be real sneaky doing that. So, who's there? Angmarim snipers and wardens? Huh. Wardens in the sense of like jail wardens? Alright, anyway. We'll sneak up the stairs. Any, like, giant trolls up here like there were before? No? Boy, sneaking through this place is kind of remarkably easy. There being really nobody here. But I guess it was supposed to be, right? Most of them have left. Hey, guy, I mean, shh. Hi there. I'm gonna, wait. Anne does not wish to be disturbed. Yeah. Oh, darn it. That was annoying. Better start stunning folks here. You know what would be really nice? A critical hit. Yeah, thank you. I'm going to stun you two. Alright, health-wise, we seem to be doing okay. That's nice. Yeah, you snipers. Come over here and try that. You know, it'd be nice right now. Another critical hit. Yes, it sure would. Alright, no problem. I don't need it. But I'll take it. Don't need to use a marble. Okay. Nice. Strong work, Gryfflet. Oh, I got a deed. What deed did I get? Resistance is... Use your riddle or trick removal skills. I did that? I just removed the trick? I wonder what I did. I have no idea. Huh. Okay. I wonder if I'd not paused to read their dialogue, if I'd been able to sneak past them successfully. Oh, there's Anne. Hey, have you seen Lyrdon? Ah, see, I noticed the Numenorian carpet. I see stealth is just not working against you at all, huh? You start your monologue, whether you can see me or not. I trust the few men left to me were not too troublesome. I was instructed to give you a special message. But it has been so lonesome since they took the elf away to Angmar. Oops. I must have amusement before I send you on your way. Oh, that means you're going to attack me? Try this. Oh, I successfully stunned you. Isn't that embarrassing? Bet you're feeling really sheepish about that. Oops. An interrogator. Hey, what are you doing? That seems like an undesirable effect that you're... Okay, I was going to tell you to stop it, but I think you already are stopping it. Ooh, I can still throw marbles when I'm stunned? That's kind of cool. Alright, you Angmar interrogators. How about I do this? Also, to attempt to stay alive. I'm trying to get rid of your ads here, Anne. Darn it! Okay, I need to rethink my strategy there. Oh yeah, I forgot to use my necklace also. Okay, all right. Rethinking my strategy with Anne here. We got this. Okay. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. This is the red circle I'm taken to? Oh. All right. I hate that. I thought this was an instance that I could just go and start again. No. I have to ride all the way back into Tinadir to do it. That is obnoxious. Okay. Well, next time I think I'm going to use some more consumables. Am I even headed in the right direction? Where on earth am I? I'm not even headed the right direction. Oh my god, I'm pointed the wrong way. Good grief. Boy, that could have been... That could theoretically have been more annoying, but wow. Okay, yeah, bob and weave. That's what I was kind of... Nettlebrew, that's what I was kind of thinking of. I kind of missed that there. I was going to do my... I was thinking of trying to do my playing dead there for a minute there too. Yeah, so this is okay. So I'm just going to take this opportunity to refresh my memory of my other burglarious skills that I don't normally do. So okay, touch and go increases my evade chance. That sounds handy if I've got a bunch of people. Okay, that doesn't really help. Which one is this? Yeah, my hide in plain sight. Briefly undetectable in stealth. That apparently is not going to work against Aeon, so I'm not going to worry about that one so much. Let's see, wait, where's my bob and weave skill? Which one is this? I'll reset the recovery time. That's of limited usefulness. I mean, would be handy and everything, but where's bob and weave? Do I have bob and weave? Hang on a second. Do I have bob and weave? Is that a thing I do? Bob and weave, because I know I've heard of that, because I attended the Lotro Players Academy. Ready and able, touch and go, yin and yang, spick and span, but I don't see bob and weave. I don't think bob and weave is a thing I can do. All right. All right, okay, no problem. No problem. Sorry, yeah, lounging guy. Hey, lounging guy, I'm ready to try again. Yeah, totally ready to try again.
How can I be of service?
You can take me back to those losers. And what do you guys think strategically, right? Like, I mean, normally my normal method is to eliminate the ads first because they're easy to kill, and then it stops them doing damage to me while... oh, did these guys notice me? Fine. Come over here. There are only 3 of you guys, and there were 4 of the other ones, so... This presumably won't be that hard. But anyway, normally I go after the ads first so that they'll stop wailing on me so I can refocus on the main boss. But I don't know if maybe that's a strategy better adapted to guardians than burglars. I don't really know. So any advice you guys have on that, I'd be happy to receive. Sand in the face. Oh yeah. And you. Boom. 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 Okay. All right. Thank you for that side light. Now, I missed them before. Did the guys up here reset? I mean, am I just having to start this again at the beginning? At least it wasn't a long and tortuous path to end there. Oh, bob and weave is not a skill. It's a passive in blue line. Okay. Right. Yeah, I'm not running blue line. I'm running a red line nowadays. Are they back? No, they're not back. Well, that's something anyway. So I might have to do a lot of overland travel, but I don't have to. All right. Okay. Let's do a couple things here. Shall we do a couple things? Let's do this. And let's do this. And let's do this. And let's do this. And while we're at it, let's do this and this. Just for good measure. Okay. Now I'm feeling a little more buffed. And I'm not going to bother to stealth myself since you so unkindly disregard that. Yeah? Yeah? I didn't realize you were a dude, Anne. I'm going to start off by stunning you, and then an immediate critical makes me happy. And then I'm going to throw sand in your eyes, because that seems like the thing to do. Okay, we are off to a better start here. Alright, I'm going to do the ads again. Stop stunning me. You're just being annoying. Whoa. Not wanting to stand in the fire. Okay. We're back. And doing okay here. Alright. Darn it. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. Okay. Stop stunning me. It's just annoying. I'm going to stun you back. Because I can. What is going on here? Come on. Now a desecrated spirit. Now another interrogator. Come on, seriously. Oh, honestly. Are these ads... Am I going to ever come to the end of these ads? One wonders. Let's do this. Okay. All right, Anne, I've got you again. I'm going to stun you again. But, yeah, he's healing himself. That is super not good. Okay, I think if I lose this time, I'm going to want help. Oh, come on. Enough with the ads. So I'm going to try plan B. Ignore the ads. Just flat ignore them. Keep healing myself and burning down Anne. Maybe there won't keep adding indefinitely. That's my new strategy. And as I am successfully burning down Anne here, that seems like a better plan than otherwise. And my morale is looking good. Better than yours, Anne, if I could indulge in a little taunting here. Oh, I think I have got you. I think I've got your number here. Ha-ha! Ho-ho! I've now at least achieved the quest Yeah, where is Laerden? Hey, Forkon, look, you, want to pitch in here? No, you just don't. Where's Laerden? No, yeah, why don't you get to the bottom of that? Why don't you... One of his knives! Yeah, look at that! Meanwhile, I would be looking at that, except I'm still fighting for my life over here. Okay, yeah. So what'd you find? Yeah, can you share with me now? Ooh, is this meant to be where Laerden was held? Ooh, Forkhan, you know, yeah, the forensic investigation is not good here, Forkhan. It really isn't. So we have here a little kennel, right? So we have a kennel with a big blood stain in it. Is this where they kept him, locked in this little cage? And then they dragged him. What are these bloody footprints? Oh, man. Bloody slaps against the floor over to this hanging cage with a pool of blood under it. And this table, it's not actually a rack. It's just like an obsidian table with points on it. But there's no blood over here. And then this chest, concerning which I have no idea. But one hesitates to guess. Yeah, this looks bad. Forkon, is he tortured in the... He's tortured up here and then stabbed... Which way? Hang on. Let's look at the tracks. See, the blood splatter clearly goes in that way. So he was obviously taken from the cage down here, the little kennel here, over to the hanging cage. Clearly, the forensic evidence is plain on that, Forkon, really. And so it's from the hanging cage where his blood was dripping down that he must have been taken. This is awful, Forkon. Yeah, liar. And you found one of his knives, but you didn't notice all the blood. That's okay. We must leave quickly. That's all you've got to contribute to this conversation. I've just been doing this in-depth forensic analysis, Forkon, and you're just like, well, we should go. Okay, fine. All right, yeah, no, but let's return the knife to Cowangod, because, yeah, and I'll give you a briefing on the forensics, Cowangod. You don't want to know.
How can I be of service?
Lives, but is taken away, yes. It was bad. Learned much that I have feared in my heart already. That is yet another setback for us to consider. Wait, what? What's the antecedent of your pronoun here, Cowangod? So you say, that is yet another setback for us to consider. What? The fact that Lyrdon lives? Or the fact that he's been taken away? Or that I've learned much? Or that you feared these things in your heart already? Or is it your heart? Is your heart another setback for us to consider? I'm just interested in your antecedents here, Cowangod, but that's all right. Okay, let's see. Is this a nice dagger? Ooh. A dagger which adds agility, huh? Critical rating? Maximum power, I could sort of take or leave, but Master of Barad Tiran, I don't think I want an earring that is Master of Barad Tiran. Nah. Aeon's Doom.
What do you need?
So that was a hard one, Aeon's Doom right there. Okay, when I left here in pursuit of Lyrdon, you sought counsel of your own and sent ahead scouts led by Gwathrin, one of the greatest trackers left, to my northern company. Whereas you sent me in with one of your greatest loungers here, right? Yeah, I really appreciate your personnel choices there. Go as swiftly as you might to Tarman Sursa, east of Carndum. That is where you should find what you seek. The more urgent is your quest now that it is known Lyrdon lives. Okay, wait, hang on a second. What I seek. Lyrdon? So Lyrdon is being held in Tarman Sursa, and Gwathrin, your scout, found this out. Sorry, there's kind of... You left out the middle of your message here, Cowangod. I'm trying to put it back together. The more urgent, right, freeing him would be a mighty blow to the enemy and would hearten those that fight against him, and would be kind to Lyrdon personally, because we're not losing sight of that, right, Cowangod? Like this former comrade of ours who is, in fact, being tortured to death. But then again, I guess you didn't bestir yourself to come with me and see the blood splatter. So, hey there, Gwathrin. Where are we? A clan watchman? Oh, right. Yeah, we're at this really hard to get to spot right next to Carndum. Yeah. Right, yeah, this place where you really want to use the milestone here because you pretty much can't get back. Where does... Oh, it's the Iron Gate. Like, which Iron Gate? Which way am I headed? It's the Iron Gate out. So this is just inside Carn Dûm? The outer gates to Carn Dûm? Hey there. Hey, it's Ea. Are you the one I'm looking for? Why am I looking for you? End the nightmare. Oh, the girl I saved. Yeah, hey. How about that? Yeah, I saved your Deirdre. It was so long ago, I almost forgot. I'd totally given up on finding you, but there you are. I found the mom. That's delightful. And she wants to give me her pants. Ugh. Never mind about that. Ooh, but your pants have in-combat morale regen, which I really value in a pair of pants. Though the ones I have plus 41 agility. Decisions. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, what just happened there? Completed marching into the shadow. Completed. Oh, I just completed my Angmar quest, or my Angmar deed, quest completion deed. Yeah, if there's ever any deed I never personally have any trouble finishing, it's the quest completion deed in pretty much any region with any character I have. I'm a compulsive quest completer. All right, Gwythrin. Sorry, I got distracted there.
What do you need?
Hail! Yeah, good to see you. Calenglad told you that I would follow. Yeah, it's well that I've come so soon. Yeah, it surprised me. I expected to have to walk here, but no, I got zapped up here by Calenglad, which was cool. It was not long before we were able to find the... It was not long before we were able to find the trail of the host that departed Evendim. Right. I mean, there were lots of them, right? So their tracks shouldn't really be all that hard to follow. For they were many and feared no pursuit. They were many days ahead of us, and were traveling with all speed back to their accursed fortress. Thus they came within sight of its walls before we were upon them, and I saw not the elf Lyrdan. So he sent me up here to be told that you hadn't found Lyrdan, rather than... Okay. You sent ahead scouts to espy the movements of the enemy, and I believe that Lyrdan may have been taken into Samath Baul. Oh dear. When the host from Evendim first arrived here, they tarried a short while, but they have since departed. In their stead, a company of orcs has been brought here to guard Samath Baul. All right. One of my scouts also saw a messenger from Carn Dûm who entered into a gatehouse. When he left that place, he summoned the creature Lozudurk. Okay? And he was called Keymaster, and he gave the messenger access into Samath Baul by the main door. These tidings trouble me, that the brutal Tarkrip now guard Samath Baul, for the Krajarn and Ongbers have always been their fiercest fighters and the most trustworthy and faithful to their cause, in which case their being replaced should be good, right? But maybe not. If you are to enter into Samath Baul unhindered, you must thin the numbers of the Tarkrip. Oh, I hate thinning numbers. Yeah. You know why, Gwythrin? They never stay thinned, right? You can thin numbers for as long as you like, and you turn around, and there are the numbers completely unthinned. But that's okay. Obtain the door key. Right. Return to me when you have completed this task, and we will strike at the enemy as quick as we may. You must speak a word of caution. Go warily. Something is amiss. Yeah. And I know not what plans Amarthiel has for those who oppose her. Okay. Ooh, I have an elf stone? You gave me an elf stone? That's super nice. Okay. Thank you for the elf stone. I may avail myself of the elf stone at various points. Oh no. There's a crying person over here. Hey, Runoleth. Well, I tell you it's going to be okay, but it looks pretty bad around here. I'm sorry. Probably, yeah. I'm going to... You look like you want to be alone. I'm feeling kind of awkward. I'm just going to go, but I'm really sorry that you're sad and everything. And I'm trying to make it better by fighting the champion of Angmar and everything. Though that probably won't be much consolation. Whew. Anyway, okay. Off we go towards Carn Dûm. So Okay, back to that fascinating Carn Dûm architecture. And we saw this when we were approaching the gates with Goladir's daughter, whose name I'm forgetting, Lorniel. With Lorniel, in the Lorniel instance, we were noticing this, and Gryfflet was fascinated by the prevalence of this, like, the evil Tudor structures, right? Like, this, it's like, I mean, I didn't really think that Carn Dûm was going to be like the evil sister of Bree Town, which is kind of what it looks like, right? And these people not only created this evil and dingy sort of Tudor construction with, frankly, quite attractive dormers up at the top, but they also put in this insidious and apparently pointless arch system underneath, right? Though it's kind of convenient to be able to walk right under the building if for some reason you want to get back here to the blank face of this cliff. But if you do need, you can just walk straight through the building instead of going around the building, which you have to admit was thoughtful, even if there doesn't really seem to be any point to it. But that's okay. I'm gonna conceal myself now. It's time to get stealthy, even though I have to thin the numbers of things. I don't have to let that. So now, okay, so we have ruins. And one of Gryfflet's sort of standard observations here is that where there are ruins, there used to be buildings, right? So, okay, if something fell down, that means it was once probably standing up. You're a blogmull. Do I care about you? I don't think I care about you. I thought you guys had left. Didn't you get upgraded? Didn't they fire you guys and hire the Tarkrip instead? Isn't that the whole scandal? Whatever. See, and it must be the orcs that built these clumsy little lean-tos. I mean, seriously. How out of keeping with the architectural style is that? Stupid Tarkrip blogmull arrow masters. Anyway, so, okay. Apart from the crudely lashed together lean-to, this has the base of a fortification, right? With like the plinth structure here at the bottom. And where does it go? What's up there? Is this a house? A public building? Hey, Blogmaw Warmaster. No windows. Looks defensive. Against what? What is going on here? Carn Dûm just seems to be a place that architecturally can't make up its mind. Are we supposed to... So, and again, I was saying ruins, right? Things falling down. So we have the ruin of a piece of wall here. So there's clearly at least two different sort of architectural strata going on, right? One obviously older, right? Which has been ruined and been built, either rebuilt or built around. So there used to be a wall here across this, and this must have been a tower. Is this part of the same construction? Probably. The stone looks a little bit different, but if you look at these buildings, these are part of the older buildings. So these must date us at the same time as the ruins, like those wall ruins, and these, because the base of the walls, the brickwork here at the base of the walls, it's all smudgy, but it looks kind of similar. So the evil Tudor houses must have been built up since then. Now, who would have built them up? Angmar, of course, has been abandoned for some time. So that there would be ruins in Carn Dûm obviously makes perfect sense, because the Gondorians and the Arnorians leveled the joint right before, or mostly leveled anyway. They sacked it. They destroyed. Angmar was utterly destroyed, we are told, on the field. When Glorfindel made his prophecy about the Witch King. So, with Eärnur and everybody, you recall that. So, Carn Dûm was abandoned, but it was a strong fortification. So, it makes sense that there would be ruins. And then why would there be another level of building? Well, that makes sense that there would be, right? Because there were humans who lived here, the Hillmen, right, who spread up through into this region. Those hillmen who were the hillmen from which the Rudauran kingdom, the people of Rudaur kind of came, or with whom they mingled. So these hillmen tribes up here like the ones whose cause I was fighting down there in Algair, the Treve Galorg. So, okay, so Hillman comes. So after the destruction of Angmar, Carn Dûm is abandoned and it's empty, but it's and partially broken. But there are all these ruins still around. So the Hillmen say, "Why let a good, fortification go to waste?" So they come and they build here. But they look around and they're like, A, this place is totally ruinous, and B, it's kind of like evil and creepy, and the people who lived here didn't really have much of an eye towards creature comforts, so let's build our own structures. So they build the evil Tudor structures because they're men, and Breetown is a mannish place as well. So the signature, you know what I mean by the Tudor structure, right? Like with these the sort of the dark wood beams visible with the white background. Anyway, so they these are human constructions, not orcish constructions. So these are not really native to Carn Dûm. They're part of the relic of the period of time in which humans were in control of the Carn Dûm region prior to the re-rising of Angmar under Mordorith, the false king, which is where we enter the story. Okay, this makes much more sense now that I think this through. Okay. So as we work ourselves deeper into... This was a really well-constructed defensive system. I mean, Carn Dûm must have been doggone impregnable. I mean, there was that huge bridge that we crossed over. Right now it's a stone bridge, a little risky, right? Because it's hard to throw down when the enemy comes. But then notice how we have these defensive points coming through, right? Several gates. There's that gatehouse, that other wall, right, which was torn down, but we went through it anyway. And now we've got another one here. So there's just, all of these concentric defenses. We've even gotten to Carn Dûm, right? Even the way this road zigzags, right, is an excellent defensive structure because they've got to force their way all the way down this whole road in order to even get to your castle and start to sack it. So this was a really well thought out defensive position. But of course, in the end, it didn't matter because Carn Dûm didn't fall to assault. Carn Dûm was just basically abandoned because the Witch King's army was completely routed on the battlefield. Okay, what do we have down here? So we've got this little courtyard. Oh, what's that symbol? What's that symbol carved on the stone? It looks almost like the Númenórean star, but it's not the Númenórean star. What is that? A wheel? It's 8-pointed instead of 7-pointed. I mean, it's in the position where you would find the Arnorian star, right? The star of the Dunedain. And it looks like the star of the Dunedain, but no, it's just this wheel thing. What do you think? I don't know what to make of that. I mean, if the original stone architecture was Carn Dûm, so basically this is not an Arnorian fortress that's been taken over or something. This was actually constructed by the Witch King, probably not personally, but by and for the Witch King himself. So we have a wraith sort of behind. Is it supposed to suggest that the Great Eye? But that's really interesting. Maybe we'll see some banner or something that will shed some light on that. So we've got some excellent siege equipment here, right? I got a trebuchet over there. That's a serious deal right there. And that banner. What's this? This leads me to some instance or other. Oh, Urugarth. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to go into Urugarth, actually. Yeah, no, let's go the other way. Also known as the way we're supposed to go. But this is an arch. Whoa, eventually. Good grief. That is the most wildly impractical. That can't be an actual gate. These are just like columns with like a walkway that's made over top, right? Because it's, yeah, you can, no, there's no portcullis or something. The portcullis would have to be half a mile high. That would be ridiculous. I know, right? Anyway, sorry. Okay. So now notice these torch columns here, right? These light columns they've attempted to imitate the architectural style of the original Carn Dûm, but they're obviously newer. More Blogmaw War Masters. Scara War Beast, right? We've got some warg action going on here. Do I have to go that way? No, don't have to and won't. Okay, Blogmaw War Master. Okay, got the Iron Crown. Is that a gate? No. Yeah. Boy, yeah, this place was completely impregnable. Just no way to force your way into this place. Very impressive. The random siege equipment is kind of scenic, but what are you going to do with a catapult from here? Right? I mean, if they've gotten this far, they're in close quarters fighting. Maybe it's just storage. Maybe it's just catapult storage. You know, they're going to deploy that somewhere on later, but, you know, just for now, like, yeah, the Tarkrip are like, we need a place to park the catapult, and they're like, we don't want your stupid catapults, and they're like, well, we got to park it somewhere, and they're like, we'll just park it over there. That's doubtless what happened. Parking ordinances. Carn Dûm is probably like New York City. Now, there's a quote you can take out of context. Carn Dûm is probably like New York City, where like they sweep the streets, you know, alternate sides of the streets on different days. So you have to park your catapult. You have to keep moving your catapults, right? Like if you keep your catapult parked in one spot, you'll get a ticket. Probably how it is. It's just how they would run things in Carn Dûm, I'm sure. Okay. Oh, now that is something different. Look at that. See, notice how this recalls. See, notice how you have kind of the blended theme here of the Rudaran forest symbol and the Iron Crown, right? I mean, this gate is obviously supposed to look like the Iron, because I guess actually the cause and effect goes differently, right? This gateway is supposed to look like the Iron Crown. I mean, this looks like you're coming into the Iron Crown itself. So we must be getting close to, yep, the gates to Carn Dûm. That's really cool, but of course it looks like, you can see by the structure with the largest one in the middle and the both sort of the diminishing and the recessing of them, just like the trees of the Rudaran symbol that look like a crown. So you could say, I assume again the causality goes the other way around, right? That the Rudarans were mimicking this and not this, copying the Rudarans. But oh, and look at that eye gateway over there. Things are getting a little bit more polished over here. Where are we going? Oh, I missed it. Doom Spinner. Oh, now that's a title. Krajarn Thrasher. I thought the Krajarn left. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a battle wagon. I like the battle wagons. Okay, no, this is great, everybody, but I'm gonna go. I seem to have missed. I seem to have missed my target here. I'm looking for the Tarkrip. The place is supposed to be overrun by Tarkrip, and here they're just nowhere to be found, in fact. What's this? Oh, that big one was like the big battle wagon. This is a little battle wagon, right? More like a battle buggy. That's, I think, what this is. This is a little orc battle buggy with the spiky wheels and the pointy bits sticking off the side, and you drive it, I assume, the other way, right? Like you stand here facing that way, so it's like a big old battle chariot. But you have to admit that battle buggy is really a better word for those things. Oh yeah, I like how they have little carports, right? Well, little battle buggy ports. All right, that's great. That's great. Hey, Blogmo Archer. What? No. Oh, this isn't the way either. Okay, sorry. Yeah, thanks for redirecting me. I'm supposed to go around over here. Right across from where the catapult was originally parked. Maybe I should have paid more attention to these torches lighting the way prominently to where my quest target was taking me. Okay. Well, I have loved the opportunity to explore the greater Carndoom region. That is just wonderful, and I think we have a Tarkrip coming around the corner. I'm going to wait here. Shh. Yeah, there he is. Hey, Tarkrip Jailer. I have a surprise for you. Boom! Bet you weren't expecting that. Weren't expected to be jumped by a hobbit out of the shadows. Boy, Tarkrip Jailer, you take a little putting down here, don't you? We throw sand in your eyes, beat on you repeatedly. Ah, another critical. Phew. Okay. Did I find the key? Was I supposed to find a key? No, I'm supposed to be finding jailers and poisoners. Was I misreading that as prisoners before? All right. Found a poisoner. Oh, the poisoners are much easier. Okay. Oh, I got two of you clustered together there. That doesn't look good. Yeah, I don't like that combination. Hey, here's another stray poisoner over here. We can do that. Must be getting close to the end of our time here. Yep, pretty close. Okay, I think after I find my victims here. Darn it. Just walk right past me like I wasn't there. Of course, as far as you knew, I wasn't there. Yes, sir. Okay. I'm halfway there. That's right, thinning the numbers. That's what I'm doing. That's right, Tarkrip Poisoner. Keep walking. Keep walking this way. You totally want to get out of reach of your friend. Yes. We did not draw the attention of the... Tried to interrupt your induction, but I don't think I did it. It was a shorter induction than I expected there, Mr. Tarkrip Poisoner. Tarkrip. Boom! Oh, I got you that time! Isn't it annoying when people interrupt your inductions? Yeah. Okay. Alright. Okay. Mr. Tarkrip Jailer. I really like Tarkrip. It's one of my favorite orc clan names because, of course, a Tark is a man of the West. Tarkil was originally the one of Aragorn's nicknames in some of the earlier draft because Tark, it comes from Sindarin, I think. Anyway, why am I... Thank you. What, did you disarm me, Mr. Tarkrip Jailer? It's rather vexing. Anyway, so when in the Two Towers, when you hear Shagrat and Gorbag saying that the one who stabbed Shelob and escaped must have been, he says, well, one of the Tarks, or one of those bloody-handed elves, he says. And so when he says one of the Tarks, I didn't understand that for a long time. He means Númenóreans. He means one of the warriors of Gondor is who he thinks it was. They call all people of Númenórean extraction Tarks. So Tarkrip is a pretty good clan name, right? They're the clan that rips up Tarks for fun. Just gonna have a snack, Mr. Battle-crazed Blogmaw. I don't want you. You're in Blogmaw. I want the Tarkrip Poisoner over here. Okay. How about I not forget to stealth myself first this time? That's right. Okay. Boom! Oh, yeah. Got the first hit critical this time. You are toast. Completely toast, Mr. Tarkrip Poisoner. Oh, no chance. No chance. Recover the Samath Bow Gate Key. Oh, and you're giving me a little icon for my inspiration. That's a suggestion that I'll probably need it. Okay, I need to get it from, the dude. Right? All right, let's see if I can find him. I'll save this for next time if this is going to be too involved. But if I can sneak past the rest of them. Whew. Stealth, stealth, stealth. Poisoners. Jailers. Okay. Oh, is he flanked by... I got Doom Spinners and Poisoners. Where is he? Oh, he's down here? He's not even up there. He's over here? Good, I don't want to go to that door. Shh. He's down here? I'm just going to go right between you. Yes. Oh, is this where he is? Good place to... Oh, it's the gatehouse. Yeah. All right, good place to drop. All right, let's do this. I shall stealthily drop on... I am inspired! Hooray! Ooh, the designs on the gatehouse door are really fascinating. Whoa! Me? Gonna hide? Because you're enormous? Now that I'm fully rested, you will see my true power. Did I beat you up before? I'm sorry. I beat up so many enormous trolls that I lose track. Didn't I already inspire myself? Why did he stop attacking me? He just went into peaceable mode here. I'm going to use the gatehouse door and summon you again. Here, did that help? Does that make you mad now? You going to attack me? Oh, come on. Seriously? Oh, you vanished. All right, one more time. Yeah, I'm out here making all this noise. Yeah, oh really? You don't say. Okay. Hang on, sorry, I'm just kind of still buffing myself here and wondering if you're going to stop attacking me again. But I've got you. You think you're big and scary, but I am. Can I still throw a marble at you? Ha! Oh, you didn't see a marble coming there, did you? No, you didn't. Target doesn't meet the skill requirements? I can't use that? Really, what are the skill requirements that I'm so unfamiliar with? Oh well. Anyway, I'm beating the stuffing out of you just straight up without even really trying, so can I throw dust in your eyes? Yes, I can. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? Oh, that was embarrassing. I mean, for you. Okay. See, what I like about this gate, though, is that the structure of it, it's kind of like it looks kind of like doesn't it look kind of like the West Gate of Moria, right? But, I mean, except evil, right? It's all angular and, yeah, really interesting. Okay. Hey, look, there's another perfectly good road. So there's like a back door into this place the whole time? Oh, man. All right, I'm going to go back to Gwathrin. I'm going to have to stop when I get back to Gwathrin, but... I'm tempted just to get on my horse and kite everybody back. But I'll do it the burglarious way. Oh, the blog malls are up here missing the party. Where does this go? This is totally not the right way, and I'm not even close to going home, but I can't resist this bridge, which leads to a blind wall? You don't say. No, seriously. That's fascinating. Because this is not even like a door that won't open. This is a blank wall. I mean, it's not entirely blank. It has carvings of fake windows in it. Okay, so it's not even like a carving of a door, because that would be really, like it's a bridge that leads on a path right across to like a fake door would be bigger. No, it leads to fake windows so that you can go across this path and pretend to look in the windows. And we've got crenellations, though they're old and broken crenellations, or maybe that's what they're supposed to look like. No, I think it's a feature. It's not a ruin. It's a feature. It's a design. It's a design. Where does this head? Why am I... Does this go the right way? This can't be the right way. Is this the right way? Where does this go? I am too fascinated now. Let's keep going. Hey, yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't come from this way. I know I didn't come from this way. I came from down over there, but can I get back this way? More lean-tos. This is totally not the way I came, is it? Oh, maybe it is, and I've just forgotten. I mean, I see some of these you guys made these lean-tos, didn't you? Because they're frankly unattractive. No, I definitely didn't come here with these arches. These double, like, Gothic arches going on. Wow. And more of the... Oh, this is the road down to Donvile. Right. Okay. Right, we've got the Hillman down in here. Very cool. Okay. All right. That's good. Also, I was always wondering... I was wondering how you get down there. Now I know. Okay. For future reference. So, and I could tell as soon as I came up that hill to where that strange and bizarrely misleading bridge into the fake windows came. I mean, I knew it was taking me up a different direction, and I didn't look like it was going to connect back around, but now I see. Yep, see, there's the fortress. There's the keep of Carn Dûm proper. Oh, man, look, see, this is probably what happens if you don't move your catapult, right, on, like, Tuesday and Thursday mornings. They don't just give you a parking ticket. They just dismantle your catapult. One warning, man. Okay, so here's the eye and the iron statue here right there. See, that looks really quite new. That's clearly been restored since Mordorith came back. That's not a remnant. It's obviously not a relic of the earlier Angmarim period. Yeah, no, that's some seriously new or at least restored architecture there. Okay. back down to where I was ambushing tar crypts. Those were good days. And now back to my path and up. Okay. Let's see, did I get any quests that I got? Oh, look, I don't have 15 versions of any quest items. That's kind of a relief. All right. So back we go. Let's do this the adventurous way from here. Because, as I recall, the Blogmaw are not real thick on the ground through here. So I think we don't have to creep stealthily. Right, here's that tremendously and indeed improbably large gateway, and the second improbably large gateway. And look at that one, has pointy bits sticking down. Like a little guillotine. That's cute. Am I supposed to go uphill here? Oh, yeah, because that's the way down to Urugarth, right? I'm remembering this now. Okay. Right. Very good. Well, Gryfflet is so excited. A close architectural look at the greater Carndoom region has been on Gryfflet's bucket list, I can tell you. So this has totally been worth it. Should we stealth and go by? Nah, let's just run. Because we're almost there, and they're not going to be able to stop us, Gryfflet. And here's that initial bridge, right? I mean, with this huge chasm. I mean, it was a mistake building a stone. Whoa, Gryfflet. You almost totally Rivendelled that bridge. Oh, and I love the sky. Yeah. The freaky sky effects. In Angmar. Sorry. Okay. Hey, I brought friends. Oh, they didn't come along. Isn't that sad? Okay. So I found your key. Had a long time talking the troll into noticing and attacking me, but we got there in the end. I have the key, and the Tarcrypt numbers were very briefly and fleetingly reduced. We are ready for our assault. What's it with the Dunedain and the assaults? We must go quickly and in secret. Then it's not an assault, Gwathrin. Really? Maybe it's just a vocabulary issue. Maybe they need a thesaurus. We must go quickly and in secret, for if suspicion, it's an infiltration, not an assault. For if suspicion is raised, Lyrdon would surely be put to a cruel end ere we could come to his aid. Probably. You're right.
Won't I take a moment of your time?
You can take a moment of my time. You've had a moment of my time. We must hurry if we're to save Lyrdon. Take what companions... All right, good. I know what you may find in that dark place, but it is the only path left to us. You're not going to tell me, though? Oh, you know not. Okay, sorry. I misread you there. I thought you were taunting me, Gwathrin. You don't know, but it's the only path... Okay, yep. All right. We can do this. Lyrdon's savior. That's kind of nice. All right. So, Gwathrin, we'll infiltrate next time and try to rescue Lyrdon. That sounds really good. In the meantime, I'd better run. Next week, I'm going to be on the road. I don't think, in fact, I'm already pretty confident that my internet connection is not going to be able to support Twitch streaming. So I think we're going to have to skip next week. Gryfflet will have to wait here with Gwathrin, who is really diligently looking out over this precipice, as if something might somehow creep out of the depths here. Anyway, so Gryfflet is going to help Gwathrin keep an eye on that to make sure nothing unspeakable crawls out of the depths of this chasm for the next fortnight. So there'll be no Gryfflet next Friday, but I should be back the Friday after that, which will be the 21st, which is the day after I will be down at Turbine. So the next time you will see me will be in the broadcast that I do with Chris Pearson and Mike Drought on the 20th. Or I might get to do a Wiggins Wandering sometime, and I'm not sure, though, because, again, I'm going to be in pretty bad internet connections for a while here. But anyway, that's... so we'll see what we can do. But again, I do occasionally doing the Wiggins Wanderings on the Signum U Twitch channel. So if you go to the Signum University Twitch channel and subscribe there, you can get notifications when I do my really entirely spontaneous Wiggins wanderings, doing my exploration of the bits of the game I've never seen before and the parts of the quest line where I really don't know at all what's coming. So feel free to join me for that. Again, I'm not quite sure when the next one's going to be. I don't think I'm going to be able to do one before I leave, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks very much, everybody. So I will see you guys in 2 weeks at the latest. Bye, everybody.